Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I built a RFID based door unlock system for my home to unlock my electronic door lock, the main door lock. Now these RFID based door unlock systems are available in the market and for a very cheaper price. But the problem with these devices is that these device comes with everything in one single unit, meaning the microcontroller and the sensor units are all combined, which makes it very easy to crack. So basically anyone can just remove that unit from your wall and they can just use any safety pin or a wire to trigger the lock and unlock the door. But today the RFID based door unlocking system that we are going to build is not only cheaper to make, you can build it for under $10, but also it is more secure because we are going to install the sensor unit and the microcontroller unit separately, and we'll be able to monitor everything through Wi-Fi intuitive web UI interface. And if you run a home assistant or any home automation software, you can also integrate this into that system to create much more advanced home automation systems or triggers, whatever you want to do. So here's an example. I'm just going to show you what all I've done and how I'm using it in the real production environment. And it's been like several months now since I'm using this, and it has been working reliably well. So let me just show you the demo and all the things that are installed, and we will also talk about the security point that I just mentioned. This is an electronic lock that opens up by pressing this push button, and we also have this wire going which is connected to a to the coil. So whenever this switch is pressed, the current is provided for a few milliseconds and this triggers the lock system and it unlocks. Now what I did is I built a RFID sensor and installed it right here. So this contains a PN532 sensor, RFID sensor, NFC sensor, and I have used Tasmota firmware which is installed in the microcontroller, which I have separated, by the way. So the sensor is here and the microcontroller is inside this box. This is the microcontroller with the relay module. So whenever our tag, which I have registered by the way, is shown, you can see this automation also. So this
welcome home. I will let others know that you are home.
So I've also created automation. Not only it unlocks the door, but it also announces in my home that whoever using the tag. So I've assigned one for my sister, another for my brother, and one for myself. So whenever like we unlock the door after coming from outside, Alexa first of all welcomes, "Hey Ravi," or whoever is coming, "welcome home," and I'll announce this that you're home. So there are other Alexa devices that are installed in my home, and my family, basically my parents and my siblings, know that I'm home, and vice versa. Like these lights also turn on. So I'll just show you the demo by going outside and then coming inside. So this is like my parking. I'm going outside. I'm locking this. Now what I'll do is I'll just tap it right here and this unlocks. Alexa is announcing, and as you saw, lights were on, and these will remain on for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes they will turn off. And this everything is handled by Home Assistant, but this door unlock system is handled by the Tasmota firmware itself. So we don't need Home Assistant. So even if you don't have Home Assistant installed, you can build this system and use it to unlock your door, which is controlled by an electronic door lock like this one. This is fairly old, but it's still working. So now that you know how it works, let's go ahead and let me help you build one. So to build this, all you need is a microcontroller. You can use any. I have used ESP32C3 SuperMini, but you can also use cheaper microcontrollers such as ESP8266 based D1 Mini, or you can also use a NodeMCU. And then you also need a relay, a single channel relay module, and a few jumper wires and a 4-core wire to separate the sensor and the microcontroller unit. You can use any wire like this to connect the sensor with the microcontroller unit. And you have to connect everything as shown in this diagram. You can pause it or you can visit the link in the description for the detailed instructions. Now first of all, what we will do is we will flash the Tasmota firmware on our microcontroller. So whichever device you are using, all you have to do is just take that device. For example, this is ESP32C3 Mini, SuperMini that I'm going to use for this. So I'm going to connect this USB cable to this and boot it into programming mode. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to go to this website. Now from the drop down, you have to, if you are using ESP8266, you can select Tasmota sensors. Otherwise, if you are using ESP32C3 SuperMini like me or any other module, just make sure that is listed. Otherwise, you can use the default Tasmota sensors. But because I'm using the ESP32C3 SuperMini, so I'm going to select that one from the list and then click on connect. And then you'll see an option to install the firmware, Tasmota firmware. Just click on that. Make sure to select the erase device option and then click on next. Then click on install. Now this will take a few seconds to a minute maximum to erase your device and to install the Tasmota firmware. So once this is done, click on next. We'll click on connect. Connect. That's okay. And then click on logs and console, click on reset device, and here you will see that it has started in AP mode. So what we'll do next is, you can, if you are on your PC, you can just go ahead into the Wi-Fi settings, and here you will find the Tasmota AP. You don't have to enter any password, just click on connect and this will connect automatically. Next, you have to go to this IP address, press enter, and here you will see the list of Wi-Fi. So whatever Wi-Fi network you have, 2.4 gigahertz. So select the one which is closest. So in my case, it's top floor 2.4 gigahertz. I'll enter the password and click on save. Now it will automatically reboot, but it will also show you the IP address which is assigned to this. So just stay on this page and note down the IP address. Just copy it, paste it in the web browser window and press the enter key. You will see the Tasmota web interface. Now here you have to click on configuration, configure module. Now here you have to select the pins where you have connected the SDA and SCL pins. So in my case, I'll select those. If you are using the D1 mini module, I've already showed you which pins will go where. You have to connect those accordingly. Once you have selected these pins, click on save and this will reboot and reload again automatically. Go to configuration again. We forgot to assign a relay switch, so we'll do that. So we'll be using GPIO 0 in my case. I'll select the relay and click on save. Again, whichever microcontroller you are using and whichever pin you want to use for the relay trigger, you have to select that. Go to main menu and here you can see we can toggle on and off. Now this is not good for our solenoid lock because that is based on coil, and if we provide current for longer time or like power for longer time, the coil is going to heat up and it's going to destroy the solenoid and you will have to replace it in order to use your electronic door lock. So what we'll do is, to ensure that this automatically turns off after a few milliseconds, we'll go to tools, go to console, and here we will enter the command pulse time 8. Now pulse time 8 means the switch will remain on for 800 milliseconds and then it will automatically turn off. You can put 2 here for 200 milliseconds or 10 for 1000 milliseconds or 1 second, and similarly I'm putting 8, so I'll press enter key. And now if I go to tools, main menu, and click on toggle, you can see it automatically turns off. So we have achieved this. Now you can also go to configure Wi-Fi settings in order to name your device. For example, I have named it NFC door lock, so it will show up right here. So we'll go to configuration, main menu, and here you will see that everything is now showing up, including the NFC. So you have to, in case you select the wrong pins, TX and RX, all you have to do is just change those to RX and TX. Initially we selected this one as TX and this one as RX, so you can just change it and it should work. So we'll go to main menu, and now if we connect any card, that card ID will show up right here. Now the best part about this entire system is that you can use these key tags, which you can tag along with your other keys. You can also use RFID cards, and if you don't have those cards, you can also use your credit or debit cards to unlock the door system. These are RFID cards or NFC cards, and on these cards, at least in India, we see these wave marks. If I show you, you will see this wave mark. So this means this supports RFID or NFC, and we can do wireless payments using this card. So we can also use this to unlock our door. So you don't have to necessarily buy these tags, but these are always good to have. It's just that you can also assign these cards into your system, Tasmota, to unlock your door. Even if you lose this or forget this at home, you should be having your purse always with you or cards with you, so you can use these cards to unlock your door. So that's one of the best part about this. To do that, what you have to do is you have to copy the unique ID and open up the notepad, and here you have to paste this rule, which I'll provide you in the description, and you have to change the UID or the unique ID that was shown on the Tasmota web interface, or you can also see that in the console. So you have to copy that, paste it here, and similarly you can scan multiple cards and just copy these 3 lines again and again and again, and replace all the UIDs in this command, and just copy the entire command and go to your Tasmota console. In the console, you have to just copy and paste this command and press the enter key. Once you do that, you have to enable this rule, and for that you have to type rule 1 space 1, and this will enable the rule. And now if you show this card to your sensor, that is going to trigger the locking system. Now if you have Home Assistant server and you want to integrate this, you have to go to configuration, configure MQTT, and here you have to enter the MQTT parameters. For example, the IP address, the port, you can also name your client or you can keep it default, then the username and the password, and the topic. You can keep it default, the topic, but you have to enter correct IP address, port, username and password for the MQTT connection, which is running on your Home Assistant server. So once you do that, this is going to connect and this is going to send a MQTT message to that particular topic every time you show your card or any tag to your sensor, which is registered. And based on that, I'll just quickly show you. You can create automations like this. So this is an automation when MQTT message has been received on this topic, and this is a template which is defined. I'm not going to show you this because this contains sensitive information. the UIDs of my tag, and then I have added a automation like perform this action, switch on parking lights, delay for 2 seconds, and then announce that yeah, Ravi, welcome home, like I showed you, and then wait for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes the lights will go off, and then it will check whether the time is between 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then it will announce through other Alexa devices that Ravi is home, right? So my parents and my siblings will know that I am home, and similarly and vice versa. So yeah, this is the kind of automation I am using, and you can do a lot more. Like you can create a lot of automations, you can use it at other places also. So yeah, this is how you make a secure RFID based door unlock system, unlike the aftermarket, which can be easily hacked and manipulated, and anyone can easily unlock, trigger and unlock your door, electronic door lock if connected through them. So yeah, this was all in this video. I hope you learned something new today, and if you did, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also like this video. I'll be back with another interesting how to guide soon. Thank you for watching this one. Have a great time.